Hey guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Proposed Warriors trade sends All-Star and more to save money. The Golden State Warriors have had as rough a season as they could have imagined. With a 38-34 record, the Warriors sit in 10th place in the Western Conference and are just one game ahead of the Houston Rockets. Due to the struggles this season, they may head in a different direction this offseason and look to retool around Stephen Curry. Saving money will be a priority for the Warriors, and Greg Swartz of Bleacher Report put together a trade that helps them accomplish just that. In Swartz's proposed trade, the Warriors would send Andrew Wiggins, Gary Payton II, 2026 and 2028 second-round picks via the Atlanta Hawks, and a 2029 second-round pick. In return, they'd receive just a 2030 second-round pick. By offloading Wiggins and Payton, Golden State would be setting itself up to have significant cap space this summer. With Klay Thompson hitting free agency and Chris Paul's $30 million salary for 2024-25 fully non-guaranteed, removing Wiggins and Payton from the books would mean clearing over half of the current team's salary, $107 million of $206 million. The Warriors would have roughly $101.7 million in salary committed next season to Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, Jonathan Kuminga, Brandon Podziemski, Moses Moody and Tracy Jackson Davis, along with the $3 million guaranteed in Kevin Looney's contract. Based on the current cap projection of $141 million, the Warriors could suddenly be a major player in free agency. While this scenario allows them to save money, adding the picks to the deal takes away from assets the Warriors have to make other trades. Wiggins, an all-star in the 2021-2022 season, could get a better return than having to salary dump him. The Golden State Warriors have decisions to make this offseason, none bigger than Klay Thompson hitting free agency. Thompson is shooting a career-worst 38.3% from three-point range and averaging the fewest points in his career since the 2012-13 season. Thompson isn't worth the money he once was due to his downplay in recent seasons, but there's a scenario where the Warriors sign him on a cheaper deal and he finishes his career in Golden State. Warriors owner Joe Lacob spoke about their off-season plans, saying he wants to avoid the luxury tax. According to the TK Show with The Athletic's Tim Kawakami, our plan 1, or 1A, is that we'd like to be out of the tax, and we think that we have a way to do that, Lacob said. That kind of is the plan, not just under the second apron. I'll tell you why that's important, because the truth is, we need to be out of the tax 2 years out of the next 4 in order to get this repeater thing off our books. We don't want to be a repeater. It's just so prohibitive, not to say we wouldn't do it if we had to, but you've got to look at what the downside is to doing that. In order for them to get below the luxury tax, Wiggins would essentially have to be traded. In his All-Star season, Wiggins was regarded as one of the top defenders in the NBA. He played a big part in shutting down Jason Tatum in the NBA Finals, the main reason why the Golden State Warriors won the NBA Finals. However, Wiggins' defense has taken a hit since that season, and he's averaging 12.9 points after averaging more than 17 in his 4 other seasons with the Warriors. With a $26 million salary next season, moving him while they can could benefit the Warriors next year. Factor in Lacob's comments, and it looks likely that the Warriors will end up moving him. Draymond Green assessment speaks volumes after NBA battle with Victor Wembanyama. Golden State Warriors' Draymond Green is thankful he won't have to face Victor Wembanyama much longer as he nears retirement. The NBA rookie scored 32 points, 5 assists and 9 rebounds for the San Antonio Spurs, but couldn't stop his team losing 117-113. Green's 21 points, 11 assists and 6 rebounds were key in the Warriors' win. But he had a battle on his hands trying to limit the French player's impact. Wembanyama's height and skill with the ball gave Green and the Warriors' defense a lot of trouble. But Green used his experience to make a play that secured the win for his team. With just 10 seconds left, the ball bounced off the rim towards Green and Wembanyama. Even though the 20-year-old is taller, Green managed to outsmart him and then made one of his 2 free throws to seal the victory. After the game, Green said he was glad he wouldn't have to spend much more of his career playing against such a very special talent. "Vic finished with 32, so I can't give myself too much credit," said Green. "He is a very, 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 very special talent. I was just telling teammates, I'm happy I had the opportunity to play against him now because they'll have to deal with him a lot later and I won't be in the league no more, so that's good for me." Wembanyama continued his impressive form, following his 40-point, 20-rebound performance against the New York Knicks on Friday. His 32 points on Sunday, with 18 in the fourth quarter, marked his second consecutive game with over 30 points. Green also had a notable defensive play, stripping the ball from the rookie in an exciting battle. After the game, Steph Curry, who scored 33 for the Warriors on Sunday, was extremely impressed with Green's defensive plays. "That's a fundamental, 4-year college, high division I-level type play that you learn through the ranks," said Curry about Green's defensive play. "I don't think any NBA coach teaches that." Head coach Steve Kerr said, "That was a defensive masterpiece. The offensive board at the end with the Clay 3, probably the play of the game. You watch that game, Draymond, he's a genius defensively." The Warriors have had a tough season, but they've managed to win their last 4 games. They're hoping this will help them secure their spot in the play-in tournament. Currently, they're 10th in the Western Conference, just 1.5 games behind the Los Angeles Lakers, who are in 9th place, and 2 games ahead of the Houston Rockets, who are in 11th. Nick Young on why Draymond Green showed growth while trying to kick Grant Williams in groin. Former Los Angeles Lakers guard Nick Young said that Golden State Warriors star forward Draymond Green showed growth when it appeared he attempted to kick Grant Williams in the groin in a recent game. Young pointed out that the old Dre would have gone through with the kick, but Young believes that he held back. Green has already been suspended multiple times this season for his actions, and he was recently ejected from a game against the Orlando Magic for arguing with officials. The former Defensive Player of the Year has had his fair share of violent actions in his NBA career, including a time he kicked big man Steven Adams in the groin during a playoff game. Just last postseason, Green was ejected from a playoff game against the Sacramento Kings after he stomped on Sacramento Kings big man Domantas Sabonis. Green's actions have gotten out of hand too many times this season, causing him to miss several games. This is problematic for Golden State, especially with the Warriors in danger of losing out on a chance to compete for a playoff spot. The current number 10 seed in the Western Conference, Golden State, is 29-20 when Green plays this season, but the team is just 11-14 without him. Young, who played with Green in the 2017-18 season when they won an NBA title together, may have been making light of the situation, but Green was able to avoid an ejection against the Hornets and didn't let the situation with Williams escalate. After beating the San Antonio Spurs on Sunday night, the Warriors now have a 2-game lead on the Houston Rockets for the number 10 seed and final play-in tournament spot in the West. Golden State needs Green to avoid any more suspensions and ejections, as he has played well this season. In 49 games for the Warriors, Green is averaging 8.9 points, 7.2 rebounds, and 6.0 assists per game while shooting 49.6% from the field and 38.8% from 3. His three-point percentage is his best since the 2015-16 season. Green and the Warriors will take on the Dallas Mavericks on Tuesday night as they look to extend their lead on Houston in the standings. And you, fan, what do you think of the situation of Nick Young? Leave your opinion in the comments.